Hi guys, get in the know with Toya. I am going to be making some blackened catfish with some green beans, and I'm just going to whip up a little pasta salad, something really quick. Now, as you can see, I have 3 catfish fillets right here. So the first thing that I did was just get all of my seasoning together, and I just put them all in this little glass container right here. And basically what I have in this mixture is a little bit of sea salt, some black pepper, some Cajun pepper, paprika, onion, and garlic powder. And I also have some oregano in here as well. Now, before I put the seasoning on the catfish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some butter on this first. So I already melted a little bit butter. So I can just take the catfish and just dip each one into this butter just to get it coated. And once I get each one coated with the butter, then I add the seasoning to it. And this for me just for flavor, and also just to help with the seasoning actually just sticking to the catfish. Now I'm using a light butter, but you can use any butter of your choice. It doesn't matter. But this is what I had, so I'm gonna use it. I also have some plant-based butter, but I did not have too much left, so I'll just use that little bit for something else another time. Okay. The first store I went to, their catfish fillets seemed so small. It was like the size of tilapia. And I was like, I couldn't deal with that. So I decided to go to another store, and I look up and I found these. They're not the biggest pieces, but it's definitely bigger than what I saw at the other store. Okay, so I'm gonna finish putting the season on these catfish fillets, and I'm going to get the skillet ready. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pan, and we're going to go ahead and get these bad boys on. The pan is nice and hot now, and in this pot right here, I'm just going to go ahead and add some little pasta noodles. I don't want to add too much because I'm going to chop up some vegetables, and I'm going to add that all together. Okay, that should be enough. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the catfish. Ooh, I thought all of them could barely make it. Well, I got all of them to fit in this pan, so let me move this out the way and wash my hands. I'm just going to let this catfish continue to cook and check on it. But this is the green beans. I already cut them and I washed them as well. Now I'm just going to get ready to season them. I'm going to get a pan and then we're going to add these bad boys to the oven and let them cook. I love green beans. I eat a lot of vegetables, different types of vegetables, but I love green beans. You know, I think green beans and broccoli are kind of like what and what for me. I like them both the same. So I'm going to go ahead and find a pan so that I can put these in. So I just found this pan for my green beans, but to avoid the mess, because I am going to put some olive oil all over these green beans, you can just line it with some aluminum foil. Just a better cleanup basically. So if this can help, hey, I'm down with it. And my catfish, I'm just checking on this. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that finish cooking and let me get all of my seasoning for the green beans together. So I have the green beans in the pan and I am going to drizzle some olive oil. And some seasonings that I'm going to use is garlic powder, of course. I have some thyme right here. I have some red pepper flakes, but this is optional. That's only if you want that little spice kick to it. You don't have to add the red pepper flakes, but I like a little, so I'm definitely going to add just a little bit. Some garlic powder. And I also have some minced garlic as well that I am going to add. And I also have a little bit of onion, a little bit of celery, and red bell pepper. Really not too much of those things. Now it's time to get my hands dirty. So you gotta make sure everything is coated. And I am going to put the oven on, I would say 375 for about maybe 13 to 15 minutes, just to make sure these are cooked completely. Alright, so I'm just going to add a pinch of salt, and that's it, because I really don't like to cook with too much salt. I'm going to add a pinch of salt to this, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven. So they are done. As you can see, I didn't want them to stay on too long and get really gummy, but I just cut up a couple of different things, guys. I had some grape tomatoes that I cut up. I was gonna cut them in half, but those grape tomatoes were pretty big, so I actually cut them in fours. And I had some green olives that I just cut in half, and I had some small cucumbers that I cut in half as well. So I'm just going to take all of this and add it. Usually I'll have black olives, you know, and some other things, but I didn't have any, so I'm just using the things I had already in my refrigerator. So I'm just mixing all that together. Now I'm not going to over season this, because when it comes to like a pasta salad, you can add what you want. Some people likes to add Parmesan cheese. Some people might want some just a light vinaigrette for like the dressing. So you don't want to over season it, because some people may just use like a regular salad dressing that already have a lot of seasoning to it. So I'm just going to add some parsley flakes to this, and I am going to add some garlic pepper, and that's it. I'm not going to add anything else to this. And as far as with the Parmesan cheese, you know, once you actually fix some, I could add it to this pasta salad, but adding it now, no, because everyone might not want the Parmesan cheese. So that's just something that personally I'm not going to just add right now to this. And I'm just giving it a good stir, making sure everything is covered. Yep, and this is it for this. So I can put this to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and get a plate, because as soon as I get these green beans out the oven, I am gonna go ahead and plate everything. But I just want you to know that the catfish is done. I already turned it off. It is fully cooked, and it smells so good. I'm telling you, it smells really good. So I cannot wait to taste the catfish. But let me go ahead and just clean some of this up, and I'll check on those green beans, and I'll just put everything on a plate. Okay guys, everything is all done. The last thing I was waiting on was the green beans. They are done now. Halfway between, maybe I would say around about 10 minutes, I went on ahead in the oven and I did toss them around, and I added some black pepper and just kind of tasted to make sure that the taste was there. Look, do not be stingy with the seasoning when it comes to your green beans, because these vegetables are really, really good. So they are all done. I have the minced garlic in there. I have all of the seasonings. I have a little bit of onions in there as well. And I also have this pasta salad, very light and simple. And the main thing on the dish is this blackened catfish that I did. And I cannot wait to taste that as well. It smells really good. You guys, you can try this at home. This was a very quick meal. I don't think that anything was difficult. And you can do this for dinner. You can just kind of do it for a quick lunch. So thank you for tuning in to this video. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Later.